Thank you so much for being here. My name is Molly Suggs. I am the General Manager for Evolver Media Productions, and this is
Ken Jordan. I am the co-founder of Evolver and the host of the Evolver podcast.
Today we are doing our second video in a series of 3. Yesterday, we introduced ourselves to you and a little bit about what we've been up to and what we're creating here at Evolver Media Productions. It's a project we call Evolver Awakening, and we're so excited about it. Over the weekend, we sent out an email asking for some feedback about what you might be interested in as we're building this community, and the responses were incredible. I mean, we got hundreds of emails, responses, comments, and your feedback has been invaluable because it's really showing us what it is that you're looking for as we are building this community all together. What your interests are, what your passions are, and most importantly, what your needs are and how we can best serve you in this project. Ken started Evolver how long ago?
It's been like a dozen years.
A dozen years.
Well, me and
decade.
a group, yes.
Yeah, right.
There was a small group of us. Yeah.
And what was that process like, and why did Evolver come to pass? Why was it?
Well, we saw at that time a new consciousness movement emerging out of Burning Man, out of all the people who were doing yoga and people who were taking meditation classes and getting more serious about it. People going down to Peru and having experiences with ayahuasca, all the interest in plant medicine of all kinds, including herbal remedies, sort of now at that point percolating up into a new kind of scene that really excited us and we felt a part of. And so we felt we needed to create a platform for that would engender the community, give the community a place to grow.
Exactly, yeah. So Evolver Awakening, tell us a little bit more about Evolver Awakening.
Well, Evolver Awakening, which is in some ways I feel like the culmination of so much of the work that we've been doing over the last dozen years, is a conscious community and learning platform for people who are having awakening experiences so that they can find context and other people to share this with as they go through their own personal journey, as they grow. Because when you have that crack in the sky moment and things really go bang and you feel like you're in a different place because of the stuff that's happening for you, you're having a real spiritual opening, it can be beautiful, gorgeous, but also destabilizing. It can also be really scary. And we live in a society that doesn't give any credence to that kind of experience. So most people, I know I felt kind of, you think you're crazy. You doubt your own sanity, and you end up in a place that can feel very, very isolated. So what we're doing now with Evolver Awakening is creating a safe space for people who are having that experience and offering learning from really wonderful and thoughtful and insightful teachers, some of whom are very well known, others who are in our orbit who may not be as well known. But then also, I feel most importantly, providing a community space where people can share things with each other and connect with each other, online and offline.
Also, there's a bigger context too, right? There's this global context that we've been talking about and trying to make sense of and figure out how it's going to weave into the community platform also. Share a little bit more about that.
Well, it's wild how many people are having this experience, and it's happening all around the planet, right? So at this point, Evolver reaches 3.5 million something on social media, right? And I feel like that's just a slice of all the people who are having some kind of awakening thing happen for them, right? And the way that it happens, like I said, it can be like this, whoa, disorienting thing, right? But so many people are going in this direction that you realize that there really is a movement of some kind that's happening.
There's a common thread.
There's this common experience that people are having.
Yeah.
So for all the beauty that can come with this awakened experience, and it's tremendous, there's challenges. And so that's why we're offering this new thing, Evolver Awakening, as a place where people can go and find one another and connect.
Mm-hmm. We were talking earlier today about, there was a story that you were sharing with me. Remember about the secrets, right?
Yeah, okay, yeah, sure, all right. Yeah. The story that I love to tell because it's like so clear, clarifying about this. There's a photographer named Thomas Healy, who is a Buddhist, who asked the Dalai Lama for permission to go photograph a temple in Tibet that only the Dalai Lama and maybe a handful of initiates were allowed to go into because it had paintings on the wall that had very sacred, secret teachings that nobody else was supposed to have access to, right? But when the Dalai Lama left Tibet, nobody could go in the temple, right? And so after a while, I don't know, 20 years or something, 30 years, Thomas went to the Dalai Lama and actually asked for permission to go in and photograph it, because that, who knows, the whole thing might fall apart, and he got permission to do so. And then he put together a show of the photographs that showed at the Rubin Museum. And he mentioned to me, when we were talking about it, I said, why did the Dalai Lama give you permission to shoot these secret photographs? And he said, well, he said that at this point, all of the high-level secret teachings of the Tibetan Buddhist order are public. They're available. But people are getting them wrong. They're getting all kinds of things wrong. Give them access to the actual material, the actual icons and the texts, and at least they have a chance to get it right. Okay. That to me is an example of what's happening in every one of these mystery schools, right? That the elders, the most knowledgeable folks, are aware that the information is now more and more and more available, and that somebody is going to go and become a highly attained Tibetan Buddhist through their practice, and then they're going to go to the Amazon, and they're going to do some ayahuasca, and then they're going to go somewhere else and do this other thing. And every time you do something like that, your worldview and depth of understanding of what's happening at a mystical, spiritual level gets deeper, right? That's the 21st century understanding of spirituality that's now emerging. And what it allows us to do is to compare and contrast all these different traditions, and in fact discover that they basically are all doing the same thing. They're just different, views into the same prism of light.
Right. So understanding the concept of unification, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Basically.
Yeah. Yeah. It's so important to remind people also that to trust themselves as they are going through their process, right? One of the things that we want to encourage people is to trust yourself and be gentle with yourself, right, while you're going through the process. And the other things that we want to help, just for today, to encourage people to remember is also, to have the support, find the support that you need, right? Of like-minded people, but also people who really appreciate you. I know for myself, that's been vital in my own process, in my own path is, I love my family and I love my friends, but really finding those people that can really support you through that process. And that's challenging to really find, right? And to allow yourself to be supported when we live in a culture and society that's very opportunistic, and it's hard for us to receive and to really allow ourselves to be supported in ways.
Well, especially if you don't come from an environment where a lot of people are having the same kind of connection to spirit. So you can find yourself suddenly totally isolated, from all your old friends and whatnot. And then you're questioning your sanity. So you start by going, okay, yes, this is real. I'm not going insane, right? Take it easy, take some breaths, right? Start to pursue it somewhat with forgiveness to yourself, right? As you learn to trust it and open your heart to it and stay as heart-centered as you can, right? And at that point, then, boy, finding even one or two other people is so huge if they can hear you for who you really are.
That's right.
So we're offering this platform specifically for that, right? So that you can get some validation, right? And then you can compare your experience to the experiences of others because they're going to share them with you. And boy, that was really important for me.
Totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a huge thing for
Yes, absolutely. And it helps you to really learn about yourself and about the actual modality that you're learning and practicing.
Yeah.
Right.
Totally.
And then, I know there are, especially in self-development and learning and growth, a lot of this stuff is done online and in front of your computer. And that's great. And I love the fact that I have access to so many different courses, although I am an herbal school dropout. I did an online herbal school and I couldn't do it because it was online and
so
I didn't have the face-to-face, right?
Yes.
So one of the things too that a lot of people have curiosities or skepticism about is this just going to be online? And no, it's not. And that is one of the things we're really committed to is developing community and face-to-face and reimagining and re-engaging in what it means to be human and to looking in each other's eyes and seeing each other and being embodying our senses.
Yep, and you basically got it. This is such a big piece of it for me. It's like we're using the digital tools to convene everybody and to keep people aware and informed. But it's a facilitation tool in so many ways. The real deal is going to happen offline in workshops, in meetups, in events of all kinds of different ways, retreats, et cetera, et cetera. That's a big part of what this is going to be as well. So getting off the computer, I mean, frankly, it's the only way to really get connected to the energetic thing that's happening if you start to have that kind of spiritual opening.
Yeah.
The point of this is to make it as available as possible to as many people as possible, who are ready to participate, who really want to have this kind of experience. So we're going to have scholarships as well, but we're going to keep the entry, barrier as low as we can possibly do it.
Yeah. I'm so honored to be a part of it and so excited to see how this all unfolds as we get feedback and we learn from the community and we grow together, right?
Yeah.
That's really what it's all about.
Oh my God, I'm so ready to discover what it is the community really wants.
Yeah.
Beyond what we've been planning.
Right.
And just getting this
and what we think they want.
What do we think they want? You're getting hundreds of emails and comments where people are actually saying, here's what we want. Some of the, we weren't so far off, but there's a lot of good stuff coming in about how to focus it and bring it from thing to thing.
Yeah.
And once we really open the door and the people are in it with us, it's going to get exponential like that.
Yeah. Exciting.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we're going to do another video and we're going to share with you exactly what it is that we are going to be doing and the teachers that we're going to engage with and the kind of platform that we are going to be creating. And we would love for you to join us and we'd love for you to hear more about Evolve Our Awakening and all that we're doing. Yeah.
It's true.
So please join us tomorrow. Oh, also, you can sign up for all of our information and newsletter at evolveourawakening.com and leave a comment in the box below. Anything else?
I think that's it.
I think that's it.
I think we got it.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.